I want to make a few comments about the general structure of a vertebrae. I'll talk about the specifics of thoracic, lumbar, and cervical in another video. But when you look at a vertebrae, all the vertebrae, and there are a few exceptions, but for the most part, they're going to have a body. That's the major portion of the vertebrae that's going to support most of the weight. They're all going to have a spinous process. C1, which is the atlas, does not have a body, does not have a spinous process, but the rest are. There's your spinous process. Transverse process. There and there. You can see they're going across at a transverse plane. This is actually the superior surface of the vertebrae. How do I know that? I always tell students, what does your mother say about carrying sharp objects? The spinous process always point down. This is a thoracic vertebrae. You can see the same thing here. So again, you have transverse process, spinous process. And these two masses of bone right here, these are the superior articular processes. Now on the process, you have an articulation point. That's called the superior articular facet. You can see it's a flat articulating surface. But the facet is on the process. Down below, we have the inferior articular processes. It's not real prominent on this one. It's right there. And on that, you'd also have the inferior articular facet. Now I think you can see how they're flat right here. Nice, flat and smooth. See how they're nice, flat, and smooth. Same thing on a lumbar. We have the facet, which is on the process. And they're all going to have their vertebral foramen, and as I mentioned earlier, that's where the spinal cord passes through. We have the pedicle, which is this mass of bone that unites the body to the transverse process. So there's pedicle. And the lamina, which is this mass of bone that unites the spinous process to the transverse process. Both the lamina and the pedicle make up the vertebral arch. If we look on the thoracic vertebrae, you can see here we have the pedicle, pedicles, both of them there, laminas. Again, the lamina and the pedicle on both sides make up the arch, the vertebral arch. That's general structure.